In this new video with Dr. John Gray, you will discover what men consider great sex. Hi, I'm Antia, founder and creator of the Magnetize Your Man Method, and make sure to comment, like, and subscribe to my channel so you get more videos like this into your inbox. So let's go ahead and dive right in.
You know, when I was, that's such a great question. What is great sex? I remember when I was, after being a monk for 9 years, and I traveled around asking women what makes their body happy. I really wasn't that experienced as a teenager. I had sex, but 9 years, I thought, why not ask a woman what makes her happy? And because I've been a monk, they were happy to tell me. Usually women are kind of thinking he should know, or a little embarrassed to say, but somehow I got away with it. And I learned so much. Then I thought, wow, so many men don't know this stuff, and so many women don't know about how other women are. I should create a workshop around that. So that was my first job after being a monk, was teaching sex. Now, why would a monk teach sex? Because I was so interested in not having had sex for 9 years. Yeah. So I started teaching workshops, and the workshops were really just discussion groups, and I guiding the whole thing and then remembering the best points. And the big revelation for most women was what makes sex great for men? Because that was our big question in the beginning. What makes sex great for women? What makes sex great for men? Simple question. Let's have a discussion. And the women were surprised that almost every man said the same thing. Sex is great when she has an orgasm. Her happiness makes him feel it was successful. Now, there is another dynamic there, being a man. It's also performance. I feel like I have to be able to perform. That means give her an orgasm, and she's satisfied with me. So men certainly feel like a stud when they can perform well. But what determines he can perform well is that she truly experiences an orgasm. Now, part of my book on sex, Mars, Venus in the Bedroom, I educate men that women don't necessarily have to have an orgasm to feel good in sex. Sometimes they have an orgasm. They may not have an orgasm every day, or every time you have sex, depending upon the stress level in her life. But she can still enjoy sex. And that's the most important thing. So a man needs to feel that she really loves it and enjoys it. And, for some women, they still have some hangups inside that if I enjoy sex a lot, then I might be seen as like a whore or something. And, I think we're outgrowing that in our modern society. Still, there's places in the world where women feel like if I enjoy sex, he won't love me. But the reality is, it's when a woman enjoys sex that a man feels that's the greatest sexual experience. And for a man, I explained that, she can enjoy sex just like you would enjoy, like being around your family and opening up Christmas presents. It's a memorable experience. And then there's fireworks displays, and then there's winning the lottery. These are all different experiences. They're all good. And for a woman, sex doesn't have to be this big performance in order to experience the love. Whereas for a man, he typically thinks, oh, she should have an orgasm. So, and ideally for her biology and for her health, it's very, very good for women to learn how to have an orgasm. And that's very important. And for a man to learn how to go slow, to provide that orgasm, and to do some out of the bedroom activities that will stimulate her in a healthy way. That's called romance. That's called old-fashioned romantic skills, where he does things for her, she doesn't do things for him, other than appreciating what he provides for her. That helps produce female hormones in her, the estrogen hormone. For a woman to actually climax in sex, her estrogen levels have to be double. They have to double what normal life brings her. So, because she doesn't get naked with just anybody, but mentally naked, emotionally naked, and physically naked produces a huge amount of oxytocin. And that's only if she wants to be, if she feels I can be naked and not feel judged or criticized. I can reveal myself emotionally. I can reveal myself physically. Bang. She has so much oxytocin, that's the hormone of safety, that her estrogen levels can rise up, and she can be fully open with him and have a very beautiful sexual experience. But a lot of that requires safety in the relationship outside the bedroom. It requires time where he's doing things for you. It requires safe conversations. It requires differences attracting. Then when you get naked, you can't be in a hurry for the guys, and guys are in a hurry. They're like, there's some of them are like, got to do it now, got to do it now. And what you can do, women, is always give them a comforting message that you're enjoying this. Oh, I enjoy this so much. And I really like this this to last forever. Let's go slow. That's one phrase. It could be a million different phrases, but the message you're giving and the tone of your voice says, I'm enjoying this, and let's go slow. Oh, slow. This feels really good. Move his hands. Don't tell him what to do. Most men don't like that unless they're doing S&M or something. But generally speaking, don't correct me when I'm making love to you. And women go, oh, I can't say anything. But he's doing the wrong stuff. So you have to move his hand. Just don't say something. Literally move his hand. And he's going down south. Just move it back up to the breast. Touch your own breast. Kind of show him what you like. All sort of miming it, not talking it. Because a man wants to feel, most men want to feel masterful, that I'm providing this great experience for you. And that's, and answer your question, what makes sex great for a man is when he can provide for her the emotional fulfillment and the physical fulfillment that brings her to a higher level of happiness. Now, having said that, what makes sex great is also what makes food great. Imagine you ate food all day long. It wouldn't taste good anymore. If you want to taste food and have it taste really good, try not eating for a day. Whatever you eat will be like you're in heaven. That's because there's something about too much of a good thing keeps us from enjoying it. So if you were to go 6 days, and you can regulate this, women, by having a busy life, so he doesn't get time to have sex with you every day, even though you enjoy it and you love it and so forth. You don't want to become the downer. You want to become the upper, which is his experience of kissing you and touching you will be spectacular and make sex really great. He'll feel like, I did this. And also, because he is doing this, because his testosterone is so high, research shows that it stimulates high estrogen in women, so she can enjoy it more. But this is not all dependent on him. Let's keep that in mind, which is in my book, Beyond Mars and Venus. I explain that women, you can't depend on men to raise your estrogen. You can only depend on them to double it. You have to provide the foundation, and that's having a life where you're happy, having a life where you're not depending on a man to make you happy. You're depending on yourself, your friends, your work, your children, your hobbies, your spirituality. So many things can make us happy. He's dessert. Look to him for dessert, sex, making love, getting naked. You can't do that with everybody. That makes you special. And make sure you only do it if you're in a monogamous relationship. And there's an exception to that, which is there are times for many single women, they don't have a partner, a monogamous partner. And if you go for like 30 days without having an orgasm with a man, your estrogen levels may start going lower and lower and lower. Now, we have no research backing that up, other than single women do have lower estrogen levels than women in relationships. So let's make a little assumption here that if you're in a relationship, usually a sexual relationship, your estrogen levels will typically be higher than single women. We also know that when a man, here's the paradox here, it's just the opposite. When a man is in an intimate relationship, his testosterone levels will drop. This is shown. Why? Because when you're alone, testosterone goes up. When you're in a relationship where you're depending on someone for something of value, whether it be your doctor, your teacher, your food, whatever it is, your estrogen levels will go up. So when men get in relationships, love, that's estrogen, lowers his testosterone. So you need to have good relationship skills to keep his testosterone up. Men need to have sources of testosterone stimulation that don't depend on their partner. You know, you can't look for your well-being from a woman, men. You've got to have a happy life, make your testosterone, have good work, make a difference in the world. Then she's dessert. Then you spill over and give her more. Otherwise, you're this moody, needy, dependent guy is a total turnoff. So women, you want to know who's the right guy for you? Make sure he's got a job and he's not depending on you to be happy. These really romantic guys that say, I can't live without you, you're the end of the world. That's okay, as long as he's got a job and he's happy when he's away from you. You know, because you need to create that distance if he doesn't. Most men will typically lose interest for a little while, then come back, lose interest, come back. I call that the rubber band. That's in my book, Men Are From Mars. Men pull away, they rebuild their testosterone, not depending on you. And now once the testosterone's up, now they can depend on you and their estrogen goes up. And then their estrogen goes up so high, they ejaculate, and now they're not interested in you for a while. So that's sort of a dance. Then now I know the hormone part of everything I explained in Men Are From Mars. And now I explained that in my book, Beyond Mars and Venus, because now we have the knowledge of hormones and recognize that most of our problems today is women too far on their male side, men too far on their female side. So all of that was to explain that when women are single, you're independent, just like an independent man, your testosterone levels will go higher. And so your estrogen levels will go lower.